Hi dear friends, how are you all? Welcome to YouTube channel HR Tutorials India. In this video, we'll discuss how to calculate HRA. Many people think that HRA which is provided by the employer in the payslip or salary breakup is same. But when it comes to tax exemption related to HRA is totally different. So in this video, we'll discuss how to calculate HRA with respect to tax exemption. What is HRA? HRA stands for House Rent Allowance. An employee can claim House Rent Allowance HRA from the employer if he or she is paying rent towards accommodation. This tax benefit is available only for the salaried individuals who has the HRA component as a part of his or her salary structure and is staying in a rented accommodation. Self-employed professionals cannot avail the deduction. The full form of HRA is House Rent Allowance. An employee can claim House Rent Allowance HRA from the employer if he or she is paying rent towards accommodation on monthly basis or yearly basis. This tax benefit of HRA is only applicable or available for the salaried individuals who has HRA as a salary component in his or her salary structure and is staying in a rented accommodation. But this HRA tax exemption is not applicable for the self-employed professionals. To avoid excess TDS from being deducted from your salary, you will have to provide a rent agreement or a rent receipt to your employer. If your annual rent payment is more than 1 lakh, then you will provide your landlord's PAN as well to your employer. Else you may lose out on the HRA exemption. Landlords without a PAN must be willing to give you a declaration reference circular number 8/2013 dated 10th October 2013. Hence, an individual to avoid excess TDS from being deducted from the salary by the employer, an employee need to submit a rental agreement or the rental receipt to the employer. And if the annual rent paid to the landlord is more than ₹1 lakh, then he or she need to provide the PAN card or the PAN details of the landlord to the employer. And if the employee fails to do so, that is by not providing the PAN number of the landlord, if the annual rent payment is more than 1 lakh, then he or she cannot avail the HRA exemption. Whereas landlords without a PAN must be willing to give the declaration to the employee, which refers the circular number 80/2013 dated on 10th October 2013. HRA calculation. Now let us see how HRA is calculated. However, even if you have forgotten to submit rent receipts or rental agreement to your employer, then you can claim the benefit at the time of filing of income tax returns. It is advisable to keep the proofs of rent paid and rent receipts, as the tax department can ask you to provide it to authenticate your claim. If you have forgotten or missed to submit the rental receipts or the rental agreement to your employer, then there is an option for the employee to claim the tax benefit at the time of filing the income tax returns. Hence, it is advisable for the employee to keep the proofs of rent paid and the rental receipts, as the income tax department may ask to provide it to authenticate the claim of HRA. Salaried individuals who live in rented houses can claim the House Rent Allowance HRA to lower their taxes, partially or wholly. The tax exemption on HRA is calculated as per 2A of income tax rules, which means individuals who work in a company and take salary for the work done to a company, lives in rented house, can claim the House Rent Allowance HRA to lower their taxes, partially or it could be completely. The tax exemption of HRA is calculated as per the 2A of income tax rules. As per the rule 2A, the list of the following is exempted from salary under the section 13A and does not form part of the taxable income. Now let us see what are the three options and how much HRA can be exempted from taxes. Actual HRA received, or 50% of basic salary, that is basic plus DA, for those who are living in metropolitan cities and 40% for non-metros. Actual rent paid less than 10% of the basic salary plus DA. So these are the three options among which the HRA to be calculated, and whichever is lesser is exempted from taxes. That is actual HRA received as per the payslip given by the company, or as per the HRA component given by the company, or 50% of basic salary for those who are living in metropolitan cities, or 40% of the basic salary those who live in non-metropolitan cities, and finally the difference between the actual rent paid by the employee to the landlord and the 10% of basic salary. If we calculate HRA from all these aspects, whichever the amount is lesser will be exempted from taxes. Now let us see how exactly the HRA is calculated practically. Salary components. So dear friends, I have prepared a sample salary component for an employee, Mr. India, whose particulars are basic salary, HRA, conveyance allowance, medical allowance, special allowance, other allowances, and gross salary, cost to company, and then the net salary on monthly basis as well as yearly basis. In these salary components, we'll see how exactly the HRA is calculated and what is the amount of HRA which is exempted from taxes. If you see HRA component house rent allowance, it is 15,300 on monthly basis, whereas 1,83,600 per annum. Now let us see how exactly the HRA is calculated. How to calculate HRA? As we have seen the definition, that is actual basic salary, then actual rent paid, actual HRA. From these salary components, we have picked up the components actual basic salary, that is 38,250, whereas yearly it is 4,59,000. Here actual rent paid by the employee is 8,000 per month, whereas yearly it is 96,000. Finally, actual HRA as per the salary component, it is 15,300 per month and yearly it is 1,83,600. Now let us see how this HRA is calculated and which part of HRA is lesser and can be exempted. As we have seen the three options earlier, now I have presented actual HRA is 15,300 per month, which is 1,83,600 per annum. Second option is 40% of basic salary living in non-metropolitan city. Here I have taken the example of a person who is living in non-metropolitan city, that is 40% of basic salary. Basic salary is 38,250. 40% of 38,250 gives 15,300 per month and 1,83,600 per annum. Now the final option is actual rent paid by the employee minus 10% of the basic salary. Here actual rent paid by the employee is 8,000 minus 10% basic salary, that is 38,250. The difference of these two amounts gives 4,175 rupees per month, whereas 50,100 is per annum. If we see all the three options, in the first option it is 1,83,600, and in the second option is 1,83,600, and in the third option it is 50,100 rupees. Among these three options, the lesser is 50,100. Hence 50,100 is considered, and this is the amount of HRA, that is 50,100, which is exempted from taxes. So dear friends, if you understood what is HRA and how HRA is calculated and what is the amount which is exempted from taxes. If you have any queries or questions related to this video, please do comment in the comment section. And if you like this video, please do subscribe and share among your friends. Thank you very much for watching this video. Have a nice day.